Hi, guys. Good evening. And this is your intuitive pick a card reading. On this beautiful evening, we are just about to finish off September here, but I thought it would be wonderful to come on here and do an intuitive reading just for you with some cozy October, autumn, nightly vibes for you. All right, guys, so I have 3 piles for you to pick from. Our first for pile number 1 is this beautiful, bring it close to the light, this beautiful beigey and black stone or cube crystal. We then have this beautiful blue and teal. It's like a mint green into teal cube, bit of a jewel color. And lastly, for group number 3, we have this beautiful teal colored green with some gorgeous white spots painted on it. Kind of looks like butterfly wings. So go ahead and take a minute or however long you need to pick which pile resonates with you. Okay, guys, so this reading is for group number 1. We're just going to put these aside and focus on pile number 1 for now. All right, so pile number 1, thank you very much for joining us. If you guys picked this gorgeous beige and black polka dot cube or crystal, then this reading is for you. So let's see what we have in store. All right, so let's see our cards. First and foremost, for October 2022. Okay, we have 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. We also have Wisdom, Destiny. And last but not least, I will save the last message for you. It is The Universe Has Your Back reading by Gabby Bernstein. I'll save that as a little surprise element for you guys to wait for. So we'll just leave that right there. Okay, so let's see our cards. Okay, so like I said, we have 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, King of Pentacles. All right, so the first thing that sticks out to me is this card right here, King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, this is someone that enjoys their own company, but they are very powerful, they're very strong. And the reason I say that is not only is it a king, quotation mark, but this gentleman, or it could be, it could be a woman, man, boy, girl, it doesn't really matter when it comes to gender too much. But this individual has the look of contentment. They look very content with how not only the room they're seated in, but just in general with their life. Now, for October, I see that this is going to be a theme for you, potentially. You might have some hurdles to cross, but we'll get there. And eventually, I feel this will be your potential outcome for October. Very much a time of contemplation, a time of deep thinking, reflection, but also a time to be thankful. For those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, a very fitting card. I'm going to put that down for now because I wanted to get to the very first card. In fact, the first card aside, we will look at the second card that we pulled. And this was the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, this is very different than what we first saw with that King of Pentacles. The Five of Swords speaks to me about letting go of some kind of, your demons in the past. You see that there is a crow lying on this gentleman's shoulder. He looks very agitated and confused and contemplating. He's quite, agitated. He's a little bit like he's in deep decision, basically. He's in deep decision. So we see these crows in the background. They are flying high. But what you will notice is that this light beam that's coming from the water, to me, it says you're going through, or you might have been through some tumultuous times, rough waters, so to speak. You might also have water in your chart or air in your chart. But even though you may have just recently, or maybe might be about to go through some rough waters coming up in October, it's going to be a thing of your past. So to me, this could be work related, relationship related, so personal or professional. But either way, it's not going to last. It's going to be a fleeting moment and it will come to pass. So you may have some deep decisions to make regarding your future, but it definitely is a time of contemplation. And in no time, you will get to this place. So I see someone that is intelligent, wise, confident. You may have gone through a bit of a difficult time, but it's going to get better. October will get better for you. And you can see, if you look closely, there's some beam of light around this barrow, or barrel. It looks like a barrel, but it's actually a pentacle. So it looks like it's going to be quite a fruitful month for you, potentially. And this dog, this beautiful wolf, if you like, speaks to me about loyalty. So whatever path you're in, whether it's school or work, stay dedicated, stay on the path, and it will pay off. You might make some loyal friends along the way, like this lovely, lovely creature. You might end up becoming really good friends with yourself as well. That's a really big theme, I think, for you. And also just finding yourself, finding some me time, having that alone time to get to know you better. I think that's quite important on your journey. So that's a running theme for you as well. I want to go to this card right now. So the Nine of Pentacles, very fruitful. We see this beautiful young lady, sorry. So, I mean, Pentacles, it seems like it's going to be a very fruitful, whether financially, emotionally, mentally, very fruitful for you. And I kind of feel, she's accepting this pentacle, this, I believe it's an owl. So something to do with intellect, intuition, wisdom. I feel like you're going back to school, maybe going back to work, but I feel like something new is coming to you. You've got good news coming to you. So this owl is delivering this pentacle, this luck, if you like, this good news, whether you just recently applied for a job or maybe you got entry into a school program, something of that nature. I feel like that is coming your way. You'll notice she's wearing white, so something very pure in nature, perhaps even spiritual. You might be even going down the road of, there's a lot of nature around you at this time. So for those of you watching group number 1, you may be interested in studying nature or something to do with botanicals or herbs or something more natural, holistic even, which is quite interesting. So that looks quite promising. And then talk about wisdom, because we have wisdom right here. So wisdom is here, and I definitely feel this, confirms that you are about to embark a new learning journey. It could be a school program, whether you're going to college, university, it could be a postgraduate program. But I also get, there's the earth right there. So it could be an earth sign, something to do with nature. You're studying nature or something holistic, something natural, something very spiritual. And this journey is going to bring you a lot of peace. There's a dove there, a beautiful white dove, which, things may get off to a bit of a rocky start, but not in a bad way for too long. Not at all. Not at all. You may just have, multiple offers from numerous schools, and you're kind of like, okay, so where do I go from now? What do I decide, so to speak? I've got a few choices to make here. I also feel like you're going to meet someone on your educational journey who's going to be quite significant to you, like either a father figure or a teacher who's very wise. They're going to take you on some kind of journey where you're really going to grow. And with these elements here, these look like plant figures. Let me just focus the camera. So looks like kind of like I'm getting a mother, daughter, parent, child, kind of maternal, paternal to child bond, something of that nature. They're going to take you under their wing. So have faith, keep faith, and you're going to be on the right journey. And possibly for those of you who are potentially trying to start a family, could also be very fruitful for you with fertility. You could be getting good news that you're expecting, and it's a blessing that's been bestowed upon you. And we speak here about good luck, and you could say the stork is delivering a bundle of joy to you, if you like, even though it's an owl. But I found that quite interesting. So, and it doesn't have to be an actual pregnancy of a baby. It could be, something abundant in nature, even physically, in your professional realm, so to speak. And destiny. So destiny, this is a beautiful card, because this speaks to me about, we've got a white and black, we've got two figures dressed in white and black. And speaking of fighting your demons, so as in this card, you're fighting some kind of demon in the background. It looks like, the thing is, everybody has dark and the light side to them. So it looks like you're potentially getting to know yourself. You're getting to know the light and the dark. You're becoming friends with yourself. Everyone has both of these qualities in them. It is the wolf that you feed, so to speak, right? It's the wolf that you speak that grows. But it's also about finding balance. So I think a running theme for you in October is that you're going to find a lot of balance as you go on this new educational journey. I feel like it's school, it could be training on a new job, but you're going to find that balance between the dark and the light, and maybe a spiritual journey of some kind as well. All right, guys, so those are your cards, but I did promise you that we were going to go to your other third card. So with that in mind, let's see what your third message. So universe, what message do you have for pile number 1 for October? My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. How fitting is that? So, we do have, the outer meeting the inner, the contemplating, reaching that contentment, that mix of the dark and the light, maybe the internal and external, having to make a decision of some kind, and then that coming together for you with wisdom. So I feel like that's all on its way to you. So you're definitely going to, your outer experiences are a reflection of your internal condition. If you are going through a bit of a rough time, or hopefully you're going through a really positive time, a positive transition, just remember that how you feel internally often dictates or attracts your outer experience. So keep those thoughts positive, get that manifesting going if you're into that. And definitely think positive, because you have a lot of positive things coming your way for October. So that is your reading, group number 1. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to move on now to group number 2. Thank you so much. Okay, so group number 2. Group number 2, you chose this stunning mint green and teal or navy, well, a sea blue, I would say. Gorgeous cube, and I think you're going to have a beautiful reading. So let's get into it. This is your reading, group number 2. All right, so let's see what we have. We have the 4 of Wands. We also have the Fool in reverse. And we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse as well. Okay. Next we have self-worth. And then we have grief. And I will save your card, surprise card, for the end. All right, guys, so I know it might look a little bit bleak, but I just want to let you know that even though, it looks a little bit not so good, fret not, everything's going to be fine. But of course, over the last little while, or in some shape or form, you may have gone through some grief. It may be not even in the physical sense, it may be more of an emotional sense. It might not even be on a personal level. It might be to do with your profession, but you are having to sit with yourself and grieve something. It could be that you're grieving an old part of yourself. So in here, it is actually a little dog that she's holding. But I want to get to the more positive cards, and then these will make sense, and we can also use some clarifiers to get some information about that as well. So with the 4 of Wands, I want you to know, first and foremost, October actually looks quite positive for you, because it's a time where you are celebrating something. You are finally maybe, able to go out and about again. You are able to socialize again. I feel like it's going to be a time where you're going to make new friends. You're getting to know a part of yourself. You may be going to some kind of event where you end up meeting or making a really good friend. You may have just completed a journey, something, where you now deserve to let your hair down. You deserve to listen to music and dance and celebrate, but there's definitely something to celebrate. And also, it could be to do with a celebration of life. Um, I find it quite fitting because we did just, as a world, we just said goodbye to Queen Elizabeth II, Her Majesty. And so, as sad as that is, it's also a celebration of her life. So maybe that's a bit of a running theme, but I feel like this is actually going to very much be a theme for you in October. It's something to look forward to. You have worked hard, you deserve to have fun. And so next we do have the Fool in reverse. So the Fool in reverse is really good actually, because it tells me that you're obviously no longer a fool. You're not going to be fooled any longer. Something is coming to light. You could be receiving a piece of information. You might have been kept in the dark about something. You might have been awaiting to hear about something, but you're no longer a fool anymore. You're not going to be, you know, going into something blindly. If it was in, upright position, you may have just been blindly going through something. I feel like it's more about personal growth, not so much necessarily a romantic or professional relationship. Even it might just be a personal level of growth that you're going through. But it was in reverse, and I feel like, the tables have turned for the better, and you're going to have to go through this in order to grow and get to know yourself better. But also, you are way, way a lot more intelligent and wiser and all the better for it by the time October comes by. So I definitely feel like you're on some kind of personal journey, and on your journey to your dreams, you are definitely going to, no longer just going through life blindly. You'll be going through an awakening of sorts. So we also have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So Seven of Pentacles, 7 is usually a lucky number, and just because it's in reverse doesn't mean it has to be, anything bad. But it looks like, the fruits of your labor, whatever you've planted in the ground, metaphorically speaking, it will come to fruition. The things that you've manifested for yourself will come to fruition, but it's going to take a bit more time, a bit more patience. And I feel like with the card that we have here, you may have to let go of something in the way that, it might have been a professional or personal choice. But I also feel like this, this card is green, even though it's talking about grief. It also is green, and I look at green as a lucky color as well. So I think you may be going through a blessing in disguise. It may have been something that you wanted, and it may not have gone your way, but it's a blessing in disguise, because whatever you plant now, whatever you work on in the month of October, personally or professionally, it's going to grow even bigger. And, if we were to look at this upright, we see that the plant is coming out of the ground. He's getting to touch his dreams, so to speak. They're coming to manifest in reality. But in this case, it's just going to take a little bit more patience. So please be patient with yourself, group number 2, over the month of October. It's going to come. Your dreams are in reach. It's just going to take a little bit more time, but do not lose hope. Okay? And our second last card was self-worth. So self-worth is, I mean, when you go on a journey, a quest of some kind, you go on a journey where you're learning more about yourself. You know, something maybe hasn't worked out the first time the way that you wanted it to. Of course, it's very fitting that we see in this card winter. Winter is coming. We have October. If you're in Canada or North America, you know, of course, the weather will be getting chilly. But out of the storm, we see this beautiful throne that is waiting just for you. So you may have some fire in your sign as well. You may be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, etc. But you may also be a water sign, Aquarius, etc. Pisces, I believe, is a water sign. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that. But to do more of an intuitive read on this, what I'm seeing is that it's going to take a bit of time to get to your journey, but it is definitely there. It's going to happen. So you may have been trying to strive for a CEO position or something of high caliber. So don't lose hope, but it's going to come. And if there is any clouds that come in that meantime, the storm is going to pass. Your throne, your rightful place in this world cannot be taken away from you. It's on its way. So don't lose hope, group number 3. And for our universe has your back, our final message for group number 2 is, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. How beautiful is that? And I think that pretty much says it all. So even though you might feel, you know, what's going on, the universe, the world is taking me on some journey, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to go through this journey. Just trust the process, because the universe knows what it's doing. It's guiding you in the right direction. And it's a blessing in disguise, so to speak. You're going to be all the more better for it. So group number 2, that is your theme. I feel it's self-growth. And of course, finding your self-worth is going to be huge. It's going to help you. And remembering that, you know, the storm is going to pass. It's not going to last, but it will be for your own good. And now I am going to pass this on to group number 3 and do your reading. Okay, so group number 3, you chose this stunning, kind of actually more of an emerald green. Forgive me, you probably can't see it in the light very well, but it's actually a kind of emerald green with these beautiful white dots that kind of look like, to me, butterflies. So this is your reading, group number 3. Okay, so let's see what your running theme is for the month of October, forgive me. So we have this beautiful card, the Chariot. I love it. So, okay, looking good. We have the Magician, fantastic. We then have the Queen of Cups. Wow, I am loving this. It's going to be a very, very positive, very fruitful month for you. Group number 3. And then we have Despondence. Interesting. And we also have Abundance. Okay, fantastic. Brilliant. I'm going to go first with these 3 cards right here. Okay, so this is a fantastic reading. I feel like October is going to be absolutely brilliant for you. Lots of positive things coming your way. You are going on some kind of journey. I feel like you are definitely moving up in the world, but the chariot speaks to, travel. You're definitely going to be potentially traveling somewhere, maybe somewhere exotic. Um, I also feel I get a very kind of regal vibe through this as well. So you may be someone who, when I said moving up in the world, you may be, you know, um, getting a promotion, you may be working in the travel industry. And what stands out to me is, this gentleman right here. I feel like you've worked really hard. You've worked really, really hard on something. Um, but you're going towards a sunset. Now is the time to let your hair down. Um, you are, again, there's white and black. So, you're balancing out between the good and the bad, or the dark and the light within you. Um, and I feel like on this journey, whether it's a vacation of some kind, which you're potentially going on in October, you're going to get to know yourself much, much better. You might also have fire in your sign, seeing a lot of light. But I feel like this journey, this travel opportunity that's coming your way, it's going to be very positive. It's going to be extremely exciting. And, this individual is not fearful. You have nothing to be scared of. If you're feeling a bit anxious about this potential travel opportunity, just know that it's going to turn out, from what I can see here, you know, it could be absolutely amazing. So don't let the fear get the best of you. The Magician. This is probably my favorite card. So the Magician speaks to me about someone who manifests and creates their own journey. You are a manifester. I feel like you're very spiritual. Law of attraction is something you very deeply believe in. You just attract these incredible opportunities, travel being one of them. But you attract these incredible opportunities. And what I also love is you see the infinity sign, the infinity sign is on his hoodie. And it's kind of a running theme in here. I feel like you are divinely protected, but there is something where you are going to build an everlasting relationship with. It could be the country you're traveling to, it could be with yourself, but something is going to be long lasting. But just remember, this powerful manifesting ability you have, that's within you. No one can take away your spirituality. It's, a part of you for infinity. And the relationship you have with yourself, I think, is very strong. I get the sense that you're very intuitive, you're very confident and comfortable with who you are. So you're manifesting a lot of fantastic opportunities, and definitely that's your theme for October. Is, now is kind of the time where you're seeing things come towards you that you wanted for a long time. And I mean, speaking about confidence and things coming your way, Queen of Cups. A queen is powerful. A queen is so dedicated and strong within themselves. They are just so in touch with who they are. So, it's interesting because if you look under the water, it might look a little bit, like a duck paddling underwater, and calm on the surface. So you may have those moments where you feel a little bit unsure, but just to let you know, um, that will settle and you will be coming into your own. You will be manifesting some fantastic opportunities. She's wearing red, which is the color of love and passion. You may be falling in love with an air sign, maybe even a water sign. You may have those in your your own chart, but she is someone that's just giving it all up to the universe, saying, you know what, I surrender. Whatever it is that's meant for me, I'm letting you take over. I give in, just let me, I trust you. She's trusting the process. And what's really interesting is there's a crown here. How beautiful is that? A beautiful crown. So, I mean, talk about, manifesting and leveling up in the world. You are leveling up. You are on your way to receiving some kind of promotion, I feel. Um, could be just that you're leveling up or reaching some kind of enlightenment within yourself. The crown speaks to me about owning the room and confidence. So I think that's going to be a really big theme for you in October. Let's see our other cards. So we have despondence. Excuse me. We have despondence and we have abundance. So definitely a lot of abundance for you, with travel, which is not cheap. And, I was saying about a promotion, feel like you're on the up and up. You're attracting a lot of what you want. The Magician card ties into that as well. But with, a lot of financial abundance, you may have at one point felt like, I've lost everything. I'm not quite sure. This is my journey. Why am I working so hard? But then underneath, it's, on the surface, you can't see the fruit of your labor on its way to you. But it is there. It's just a question of breaking down. It's kind of like you have a stone and you have to crack the surface so many times. You've got to keep trying before you can crack that stone and get your big break, so to speak. So don't give up, because usually when you're about to give up is when your success is on its way. So that's fantastic. There's a house in the back, so you may be moving, despondence, a new journey. So, to me, despondence, I'm not going to get into the despondent part too much, because to me, I feel like you are letting go of some kind of past relationships or relationships that have had holds on you. You are almost being reborn. There is, this speaks of fertility and motherhood, but it may be even that you're letting go of a physical birthing experience. You may just be saying, I'm ready to be reborn. I'm ready to let go of whatever's held me back in the past and become anew, or, I'm ready to reach new heights. She's reaching for the sky and the stars. So, group number 3, before we go, we have one last card, and that is the universe has your back. And it says, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so abundance, the chariot, travel. I feel like you're definitely going to have a lot of really fantastic opportunities coming your way. The universe does work fast when you're having fun. So even though you may be going through, periods of time where, you feel like there's a disconnect here, what's going on? I don't feel so abundant at this time. Learn to let go and enjoy. I know it's easier said than done, but I think a running theme for you will be letting go, traveling, finding, more about yourself, building fantastic relationships, leveling up in the universe, and really just finding your place. And if you have fun and keep your mindset more fun and positive, it's going to attract so many fantastic things for you. Group number 3, that is your reading. With that being said, I just wanted to, before I forget, this goes back to group number 2, I believe it was. I did say I was going to do a clarifier. So, clarifying, please clarify the grief card for group number 2. What would you like group number 2 to know about grief? Grief in October, what does that mean? Can you clarify that for us a bit further, please? Okay. Regeneration. That is your card. Regeneration. So I feel group number 2, it's potentially not even a physical loss, so to speak. Obviously, this is a general reading, so please don't take it too personally, but I feel like it's more of a regeneration of yourself. You're saying bye to a part of yourself and grieving an old part of you, and you're regenerating and becoming new. And of course, I do want to say, my sincere condolences to anyone who is going through grief. Not to diminish that in any way, but just to let you know that your loved ones are always with you, and that darkness will not always last. It will get better, and their love is always with you, as well as their light. With that being said, I want to just thank you so much. Love and light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you so, so much. And that is my reading for now. Lots of love and blessings to you. And thank you so much. If you enjoy this reading, let me know and I will be back with much more. And again, just to let you know, this is an entertainment purpose video and a general reading. So, please take it, with some lightness. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then this reading is not meant for you. But thank you so much for your time and have an amazing October ahead. Lots of love and light to you. Bye-bye.